client came to us with a brief of expanding this Victorian period home to accommodate their growing family. When we first arrived at this home, we fell in love with the arches in the front facade. There's these two beautiful arches allowing lovely natural light into the front room. Then we moved to the front door and there was this beautiful period arch. It was tall in scale, really ornate. We were instantly drawn to wanting to walk down towards this hallway.
This was a key feature, and it was a key feature for them. It was something that we all loved. Our initial design was very much about creating separation between the old and the new. And that's through architectural detailing. We looked to create a form which was very pared back, which opposed the heritage building with all of its ornamentation, detail, etc.
We decided to create an arch where we were creating the threshold between old and new. And we did it in a way that was more pared back, it was simple. The height and scale of it was enhanced so that as the user was moving through the building, they knew that at this point they were stepping into the new part of the home. Beyond this point again, we wanted to create a repetition of the arch to continue to draw the user through the property. A large steel frame arched head window then carries through it in the form of an arched breezeway, which separates the living spaces on the southern side of the property and the garden on the northern side of the property. We wanted to create something that was quite architectural and beautiful.
The steel frame windows are a key feature within the extension. They really tap into that handmade, rich feel that we were going for. They're a key feature within the spaces, just given their sheer scale. It's quite unusual to have steel frame windows that are so large.
Although the windows are large in scale and expansive in width and height, they've got a breakdown which is a little bit more personable. The breakdown in the steel frame windows cast beautiful shadows in the afternoon and filter the light into the kitchen, dining, living and games room, as well as the additional spaces upstairs.
When selecting the materials for the project, we wanted to go for something that was quite sympathetic to the original home. One of the key things was flooring, which stitched the front of the home to the back of the home. The clients were really keen on a monochromatic palette, quite pared back. So the chevron boards that we have on the floor by Made by Story, they are a contemporary version of parquetry flooring. Chevron was important in terms of that concept of drawing one through the building from the front to the back of the home. We often use Made by Story because of the fact that their colours, the tones that they seem to have throughout their range really works with the palettes we put together.
The colour that was selected for this project is from Art Touch Collection and it's called Cinder. It is a really beautiful deep charcoal tone and wire brush to achieve some really beautiful textural tones and grades through the wire brushing. The product has quite a lot of variation through the fact that it's reactively stained, which allows us to extract those tannins through the process and achieve those beautiful deep dark tones.
The beauty of the colour as well is the fact that it's really versatile. So when selecting furniture, it really gave the client a broad range of colours and textures to choose from, and it would still go with the flooring choice.
The beauty of working with them is the fact that they not only supply but they install as well, which means they oversee the construction and they're there from start to finish to make sure that the end result is absolutely perfect.
It was quite overwhelming coming into the house today and seeing the finished product. To see it finally in place with such a beautiful pattern that really encapsulates the contemporary versus classic response that the designers and the clients were after.
Love that the client came to us with this brief to create a real family home, somewhere where they can interact with it, the landscape, they can be snuggled around a fire of a night time, they can be in the kitchen. It all seems to be working really cohesively, and we've been getting some really great feedback from the clients. Now that they've lived in it and they've experienced it, we're really proud of how this has all come together.